This I can tell, and so can everyone here today. You are a dumb ass, and you need to go see someone for help. I looked at you all day today, read your file, and didn't see a misunderstanding. I saw a pattern. So I legally decided your decisions need adult supervision. So, dumb ass, you get court ordered therapy.
The judge didn't recommend therapy. She didn't suggest it. She didn't say, hey, maybe talk to somebody. No, she looked at you, read your file, and legally decided you need help, that something about your decision-making needs supervision. That's paperwork. And now here you are. Court-ordered therapy, which means you didn't come here because you were ready. You came here because you ran out of options. Let's be clear about something. Court-ordered therapy is not self-care. There's no candles, no soft music. Nobody's asking you to check in with your inner child. Your damn inner child is the reason you're here. This is different. This is structured, documented, monitored. There are notes. There is a file. There is a system that is very interested in whether you change or whether you repeat. So what is court-ordered therapy? It's an interruption. That's it. Forced pause in a life that was moving too fast in the wrong direction. You were making decisions quickly, confidently, repeatedly, and nobody could stop you until somebody did. Now you're sitting in a chair across from someone who's not impressed with your explanation. And that's new for a lot of people, because outside this room, your story works. Your friends understand you. Your circle of jerks agrees with you. You're the victim in every version of your life, but in here, we're not listening for sympathy. We're listening for patterns. Let me walk you through your first session. You walk in already defensive. You're polite, but tight. You sit down, and before I even ask anything, you start explaining. I'm not usually like this. This isn't really who I am. They took it the wrong way. And that's when I know we're going to be here a while. Because the first thing people bring into therapy is a version of themselves that avoids responsibility. Not because they're bad people, because they're practiced. You've been telling yourself the same story for so long, feels like the truth. But the court didn't send you here for your story. They sent you here for your behavior. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Most people think they're here because of one mistake, one moment, one bad decision. They think, I just need to fix that one thing. No, you're not here because of what you did. You're here because of the pattern that made it predictable. That's the part nobody likes, because a mistake is easy to explain. A pattern? That's personal. A mistake says, I had a bad night. A pattern says, this is how you operate. So what happens next? We slow everything down, painfully slow. We take situations you thought were random and we break them apart. What were you thinking? What were you feeling? What did you ignore? What did you justify? And most importantly, what did you already know but decided didn't matter, because that's usually where the truth is hiding. Not in what you didn't know, but in what you knew and chose to override. Now let's talk about resistance, because it's coming. You're going to sit there and think, this doesn't apply to me. You're going to nod, but not absorb. You're going to agree, but not change. And for a while, you're going to believe you're doing the work because you showed up. Showing up is not the work. That's attendance. The court cares that you're here. I care about what you do when you leave. But if you stay long enough, something starts to shift. Not all at once, it's subtle. You catch yourself just once before you react, before you say the thing, before you make the same decision. And that moment, that small pause, is where change begins. Because for the first time, you had a choice. Let's talk about the word nobody likes. It's a big word, accountability. Because people hear that word and they think, damn, punishment, blame, shame. No, accountability is clarity. It's the ability to look at your life and say, that part was me. Not all of it, but enough of it to change what happens next. Because if everything is everyone else's fault, you're going to be stuck waiting on people who aren't coming. Here's the part people don't expect. Court-appointed therapy, if you actually engage with it, gives you something most people never develop: awareness under pressure. The ability to recognize your own behavior while it's happening, not after, not when it's too late, not when you're explaining it to a judge, in real time. And that changes everything, because now you're not reacting, you're choosing. Let me be honest with you. The court can force you to sit in a chair. It can require attendance. It can track compliance, but it cannot make you grow. That part is still voluntary. And a lot of people miss that. They complete the program, but never change the pattern. They finish the requirement and go right back to the same decisions. And eventually, they meet the system again. So now what? Now you decide what this is going to be. Is this just something you have to get through, or is this the first time you actually look at yourself without editing the story? Because the truth is, you're not here by accident. You're here because something in your life kept leading you to the same outcome. And for once, that outcome got your attention. The court didn't send you here to punish you. It sent you here to interrupt you. What you do with that interruption is up to you.